Ringo TV Reactions. I released a video and pretty much shared my truth. And I noticed that I got a lot of comments, a lot of feedback, a lot of judgment. And what this basically tells me is that there's a lot of problems. The problem is the people. What I've learned is that after making my announcement, I was met with mockery, slander, and it just proves my point. I noticed that with the Israelite community, no one really is following God. No one is really following the Bible. It's religion. Because you can see the actions of a cult-like following. As soon as you say you no longer identify as a Hebrew Israelite, it's like they attack you, criticize you, mock you, and they all gang up and they all do the same thing. And it's the same thing like when I got out of Christianity, pretty much the same thing. I got people saying, oh, he was never in the truth. Oh, he was never awakened. I mean, you're such a wonderful person. I bet you are a representative of Jesus Christ. I mean, if that's your approach towards this situation, there's no way. There's no way you're following the Most High. Because if we treat each other, let's look at it like this. If black people treat black people like this, how do you witness to people that are not black? How do you have conversations with people that don't look like you? How does your life make other people want to come to Christ? If you have a mindset of basically ostracizing anyone that don't fit your mold. I mean, in my last video, I made this very clear. I follow the Most High, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Follow the scriptures. Serve the Most High. Keep the commandments. That's not good enough for you. You want someone to identify as a Hebrew Israelite. Yet, when they identify as a Hebrew Israelite, you're nowhere around. Now think about this. I made my last video. Look at all the comments. Almost 1,000 comments. If I do Bible topics any other day talking about biblical matters, nobody's there. Where all these people come from? Where all of these people that I hardly ever seen on my platform, all of a sudden they showed up. They're not showing up for me. They're not showing up because these are brothers and sisters that care. These are people that are from the cult, from the religion. And what they're trying to do is, I guess, look at my content to see if I'm speaking negative of the Hebrew Israelite cult so that they can now mock me, attack me, and try to make it seem like I'm trying to destroy something. You can't even reach them now. I'm trying to figure out, how are the biblical Israelites seeking and saving people of all walks of life? You're not saving nobody. You're not preaching the gospel, because why? We can't even get along. Black people don't get along. And the ones who claim that they're Hebrew Israelites don't get along. Own it. If we're the ones who's supposed to be in the truth, if we're the ones who's supposed to be awoken, then why there's so much division?
Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, SHAMAIWAN, double honors to the elders and apostles, great male, and shalom to my AHPARYAM, YAHAWAH, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this foul captivity. This brother Kawak up community with another lesson. First things first, I'm going to try this new format out of putting any videos I react to. I'm going to take notes ahead of time on the stuff that I'm going to talk about, and then so I remember everything, especially for a longer video like this, because I normally just take it, react to it piece by piece. So anything you hear, you can literally just go back to the video or go to the thing, because I'm not going to let it play like all the way through the same way. what I'm going to do, I'm going to put in like 1 times 2, 1.2, 1.25, 1.5, or either, or sometimes 2 times speed if the talker is just really slow, because that's what I do for when I watch YouTube videos in general. Oh, and it's going to be a new format. Secondly, as for this topic, I'm going to be going into this Ringo TV, who was basically claiming, I'm going to use the word claiming, all right, very heavily in this lesson, because he claims that he no longer identifies as an Israelite, or I guess he does, but at the same time he doesn't. Like, it's a mixed up, confusing thing. All right. Anyway, with that, he was basically complaining about. Well, actually, let me just get my notes, because I wrote it down on my stuff. Slakia. But hold on, Slakia. New format again. As I said before, not organized. But 2 Corinthians 6:3. Well, no, Slakia. This one, wrong one. Slakia. It's John 15:18. If the world hate you, you know that it hate me before it hated you. And now over here, just the first thing you want to see in the tone of the video is how he is. And the thing is, I didn't go watch his own video or see the comments. I only see what other brothers had reacted to. But yes, these are still his words, and they generously gave him like 5 minutes. All right, which obviously, if you want to go find his own, watch his video, you can. But the main thing is just how this man is thinking like he is owed something from other Israelites. He's thinking like where he was saying when he does a Bible lesson or stuff like that, it's like, where were you guys then when I was doing that? Why did you guys come to me? Why didn't you guys do this, that, and the third? Well, the thing is, did he go seeking people out? All right, did he just expect people to seek him out and try to kiss his ass and do all this stuff like that? Like, it's like what type of attitude are you having where you're talking like this and you expect everyone else to do the work for you, and you're literally just sitting back and literally doing nothing? But then now in this current situation, you want to complain about you didn't receive enough love from the Hebrew Israelites, you didn't get this, you didn't get that. Now also, first things first, I wanted to point out, which I have in my notes, because I heard in the early beginning, this man said he's saying my truth. And from what I've learned, all right, from many different internet drama and stuff like that, or just people in general, as well as these whole false accusation cases that I have I've had the displeasure of hearing about, is oftentimes when you hear people say my truth, I'm speaking my truth, 9 times out of 10 they are lying, because that's basically what it is. This is the truth to me, but it's never usually the truth. There's no such thing as my truth, your truth, his truth, her truth. There's literally only the truth. And which I don't know why people just don't say that, but they say that in a way, and they say that in a way to, like, what's the word, sound certain and absolute. Like they're saying, they said it in the sense of this is literally genuinely what I'm trying to say, what I believe to be true, especially when you're talking about something that is tangible and has physical solid evidence. There's no such thing as your opinion in the thing, but everyone wants to talk about their opinions when it comes to these serious things, as well as the fact that in general people nowadays they don't really know how to handle certain situations, social situations. All right, so this is where this whole my truth thing comes from, as well as the fact that lots of people, all right, people that are Babylonian mindseted, said it, have that Babylonian mindset, they tend to say this is my truth rather than let me tell you the truth. All right. Now, Slakia. So now with that being said, let's continue on. There's the other thing of this. He's the way he speaks it. When the impression that I get is that he was never in the truth, and there are many different things that you can literally see in how he speaks. All right, it's like he said, how do you, if this is how you talk to if this is how you talk to so-called black people, or if this is how you talk to black people, I'll just use his words. If this is how you talk to black people, how do you talk to non-black people? And as well, at the end, he even said, at the end, he even says, how are you going to spread this truth to all walks of life? And it's like, once again, like, what is he talking about? And even in the subtitles, what the brother had pointed out is that he was mixing the world with the truth, the world's mindset, the world doctrine with the truth. He's confusing himself in that matter, because nothing of what he said, if he was actually in the truth, he would not be speaking that way. It's like you clearly do not know what you're talking about. All right. Now, I'll get to that in a bit. Slakia. Another thing. The next thing is that he speaks like he's never interacted with Israelites before. So it's like he claims to be an Israelite, but he never had any actual practical interactions or history with speaking to people that actually knew about the truth or are actual studied Israelites. So he's just over here. It's like, and the funny thing is, like even what's they're called, IUIC or any of these other more famous camps, all right, more famous camps or more well received ICPK, whatever, even they have a lot more knowledge than, as well as understanding, than what he has. He doesn't know what he's talking about, and he's coming from a place of rather than what happened was he says, okay, well, I'm an Israelite, so what I'm going to do with this is, with the knowledge that I'm an Israelite, is I'm going to hold on to my Christian values. I'm going to still be a Christian, but at the same time, I'm going to just say that I'm an Israelite, or God may put me on this earth to be a light to the Gentiles, all that type of stuff. And it's just like, that's not how the scriptures work. And he clearly is hyper focused on studying it in the Christian way. As a matter of fact, it kind of seems, which I don't know if this is a fact, but it kind of seems like he potentially, keyword potentially, got most of his study. He did most of his studying from Christianity, but possibly with how he speaks from just this 5-minute video right here. All right. Next, to continue on, he's very deceptive. The way he's talking is in a very deceptive way, as he's speaking to garner sympathy. He's trying to paint the Israelites as a whole as these bad people. They don't care about each other, and they don't care about each other because he didn't get his ass kissed by other Israelites. And then he's trying to like I don't know what that term is called, but he's trying to kind of coon around so that Esau will accept him. And I think he even said that compared to the so-called white man, we are worse than him. I'm pretty sure he said that, but I don't know. I forgot. I think it was a earlier video, but whatever. Slakia, if he didn't say that, then my bad. If he did, then I'm pretty sure I'm remembering that properly. Anyway, continuing on. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, continuing on. The thing is, his appeal in the video, or his view in the video, was more so the Israelites are bad, and I want I want everyone to hear this, but in actuality, he's really just trying to appeal to the Christian side of things and try to get on the side of Christians in order to be, I'm going to be a Christian YouTuber or whatever. All right. Next, he's, hold on. He's, as I said before, he's vilifying us, and he's acting like he's so tired of constantly being treated like garbage by other Israelites, when in actuality, anyone who replied to his initial video, which I think he did 2 or 3 videos, I don't know, saying that he left or whatever, or on said topic, apparently because that's where he's getting views. But for him to do that, he's basically trying to fuel the fire of trying to crucify and say, oh, the Hebrew Israelites are this, they're bad, they don't care about each other. How are they going to care about, how are they a proper follower of, he used the word Jesus Christos. All right. Now, I also want to get this while I'm at it. 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 3, giving no offense in anything, that the ministry is not blamed, as well as this. No, not this, Slakia. This, I had another one. I forgot what it was. Whatever. Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. And apparently he doesn't know this, because he's over here talking like, wow, how are we supposed to be at peace? How are we supposed to make everyone come into and return to the Lord, when everyone's not returning to the Lord? Okay. And everyone that responded to him, okay, because I wasn't even going to respond to him, all right, because I wasn't even going to do this video or anything, because I just thought like it was like everyone else got it, and just like a waste of time. But I just saw so many things that were just so wrong, that was absolutely wrong with what he was saying. That's the thing, like when you have even people that are even on a lesser scale, Israelites, and having lesser knowledge compared to more educated edified brothers, then then that's when you know that this person is just completely like off his rocker. He literally does not know what he's talking about. All right. And also another thing is, it's funny to me that so many people will die on a hill saying that we are the most dangerous thing. We are a threat to people, when you literally have pastors, Christian pastors, to this day that still go about doing this, that are touching and molesting kids. You have racist KKK members that literally claim Christianity, and they go actively killing us and maybe other races. I don't know if they do that actually, but you have them. But yet us, for just preaching the Bible and what's the word? Just us preaching the Bible is a big deal. That's where oh no, it's not, like all this thing is not okay. It's not okay for us to go talk about the Bible. And this reminds me once again, because I've brought it up multiple times. It reminds me of when Yahawashi was being crucified. All right. Once again, let's go back to John 18 and verse 37. Pilate therefore said unto him, art thou a king then? And Yahawashi answereth, thou sayest that I am a king. To this end was I born, and for this cause came I into the world, that I should bear witness unto the truth. Everyone that is of the truth heareth my voice. Pilate saith unto him, what is truth? And when let's just skip to the thing. Verse 39. But we have a custom that I should release unto you one at the Passover. Will ye therefore that I release unto you the King of the Jews, which is Yahawashi? Verse 40. Then cried they all again, saying, not this man, but Barabbas. Now Barabbas was a robber. So they were basically saying, the Israelites were basically saying, instead of releasing Yahawashi, whom you found no fault in, release us this disgusting murderer, this robberer, because I think it was just more than just robbery, but I think he was just like an overall terrible person, akin to like one of these rappers today. All right, so these people who would let Yahawashi be crucified, and by extension the Israelites who speak all they do is just preach the truth, preach the gospel, tell our people to repent. But you will have people you will have these Israelites, okay, more specifically Israelites, but at the same time other nations as well. But you have primarily Israelites that will say to send these people, these people are the most dangerous, these people are a threat to society, blah blah blah, when again all we do is just preach the gospel, go on the street corners to preach the gospel. We don't actively. I will admit though, there have been some instances where people fought, where there have been fights, okay, which I remember seeing that one video where I think there was two separate news stations that had reported. The first news station reported that the brothers attacked some Edomite woman, but then another news station showed the full context where the woman had attacked them first and they retaliated. All right, so it goes to show the dishonesty from this society, as well as people in general who just want to, for the sake of doing it, condemn us and try to deliver us onto the centurions just for the sake of it, as well as the fact that we are in the exact same spirit as Yahawashi, as if we are. As a matter of fact, let me get that. John chapter 13 verse 16, verily, verily, I say unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord, neither he that is sent greater than he that sent him. So we are not greater than our master. So the things that he had to go through, we have to go through as well. All right. Basically that's it. That's the general piece of it. And to continue on to finish with my notes, finish off with my notes. Hold on, wait one moment. Let me finish. It's Slakia. Too many things. It's so yeah. Next, has he the main question? I think I asked this already. Has he sought out any Israelites? Has he tried reaching out, say, "Hey, can I get your opinion on this? Can I do this, that, and the third?" No, but it's just, and I think a thing about that might just be because I won't make any assumptions. So just the main thing is just that he didn't go seeking things out. He just expected people to come to him. He expected people to say, "Oh my God, here, let me grovel at you. Let me beg you to be a part of this." Like when that's not the case. As an Israelite, he should have been the one to seek out, whoever in his area, whatever, try to get the information himself. But all he did was just do his own stuff in his own confusion. All right, and then just bugged out after nobody was basically kissing his ass just for claiming to be an Israelite. He wanted to be rewarded for simply claiming to be an Israelite. All right, and this guy is literally just a baby because he just wants everything handed to him. All right. Now, another thing is, if you were an Israelite, you actually studied, then you would know that we don't deal with everyone. Well, no, as a matter of fact, no, Slocky, let me correct that. As an Israelite, one of the first things that you learn is already to know that this is not for everyone. Now, I didn't think that it was important that I went into great detail, but of course, I think it is important to point some stuff out. Yes, we do try to preach to everyone, quote unquote, air quotes. All right, I'll say air quotes, but this truth is not for everyone. The thing is that let me get it. It is, what's the precept? It is Apollos, I think. Bear with me one moment. I want to get this. Oh yeah. Here, it's right here. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 6, I have planted, Apollos watered, but Yahweh gave the increase. Basically, let me get that as well. Slakia. It's shit. Oh, it's no, wrong one. It's wrong one. Slakia. Ezekiel chapter 37 verse 9, which funnily enough that actually goes into way more at the start of the thing, but we're not going to get that. Ezekiel chapter 37 verse 9, then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. And it's basically talking about the people that are in the Babylonian mindset, as in, dead in the spirit. All right, which translates to people that are not Israelites or not in the truth. Slakia. And so as we just prophesy into the wind, it is by faith that we just wait and let the Lord, guide whomever to back into this truth that need to know or that need to follow YAHAWAH and His. All right, so with that, that's basically the thing of our job is just to put the truth out there, and then YAHAWAH and His is going to lead said person into the truth, and then said person, whatever they look like, all right, keyword look like, not whatever they are, okay, because someone might look like a so-called Edomite or a so-called Indian, Chinese man, whatever, all right, but they're actually an Israelite, all right, and there have been instances, which one example I always like to bring up is this man, Blake Griffin and Steph Curry. They look like straight up Edomites, but pretty sure anyone would say that he looks like a half-breed. But anyway, this looks like what's the word? Not AI, but like photoshopped a bit, because I don't remember him having red hair. But anyway, regardless of that, the key thing is that he doesn't look like an Israelite or a so-called dark skin, but yet we know he is a so-called black man because his father is known, and his father, that's history. His father is a so-called black man, and it's right there. He's right there. So if the father is a so-called Israelite, then that means that the child is. And even with that, there's also his son, which I've also gone into this book as well. Look at his son look at his family. This dude, wow, the freaking image is so freaking small. And the kid is blonde. You would think that this is a freaking Edomite, but in actuality, it's not. All right, he looks completely like an Edomite, but in actuality, he's an Israel. These two are both Israelites, simply because the I believe it's the patrilineal side is an Israelite. All right, now where was I at? If you were, so this is the Christian mindset this is the Christian mindset that does kind of show that he was never in the truth. But also, I kind of want to add this into the lesson as well, because let's see, So I wanted to add this into the lesson because I thought it was a very funny thing to to take note of, because you had this pastor who said such an outrageous thing. All right, a pastor who's a Christian pastor specifically, who's over here literally applauding the Israelites in some way, shape, or form. So let's hear him out.
If my church ever knows as much as the Hebrew Israelites, then they committed. So are you saying your church ain't committed? Are you saying that you are not teaching correctly and that your church members are not of wisdom? Go ahead. Wow.
Somebody said they are the street omegas. They putting on the purple and gold, but they know that book.
So pause. Hold up now. Wait a minute. We ain't gonna fly by that.
He said UIC, but he said purple and gold.
Yeah, so basically, I think it starts at 3 or 2 something minutes, where the pastor was literally saying that, yeah, like these Israelites, they know basically more. Actually, let me see if I can.
Going into the prophecies.
Rattle off Exodus, and I'm like, man, do the men in my church know as much as the Hebrew Israelites?
Oh, they committed.
Oh yeah.
So wait, pause. Hold up now. What is it?
Yeah, okay, so you heard it. You basically heard it. He basically was saying that the general Israelites, all right, basically know more than, like, not, there's obviously like different levels to I guess leadership, if you want to call it that. But if you take a random Christian from a church that doesn't have any title, just a random regular churchgoer, and you take a random Israelite that isn't known for, like, the most famous breakdowns, most famous YouTube videos and stuff like that, if you can take one of each, which one knows the Bible more? And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be the well, that's my assessment, if you want to call it that. But more likely, you're gonna get the Israelite that knows more than a regular random Israelite knows more than a regular random Christian. All right, so that's basically what the pastor said, because the pastor even knows the pastor even knows that his congregation doesn't know jack squat of anything in the scriptures. They don't know what the scriptures say. They don't study and stuff like that. They just go to church and let the pastor speak, and then the pastor doesn't teach them anything. Like, as a matter of fact, like, if you really go to a church, like, what lesson? Okay, well, obviously there are some lessons, I guess, but like most of the times, which I'll say for me, for example, I don't ever really learn any lessons that, you know, really had any longevity to it. All right, like it might be, oh yeah, that's a important thing, or it's a good thing to hear one time, sure, but it's also like general common knowledge that anyone could have learned in this day and age, you know. So it's like there's no real substance in terms of the curriculum, if you want to call it that, of the Christian church, whereas with the Israelites, we are a lot more edified in the scriptures, as it is quite literally a prerequisite to being an Israelite, where we literally have to, if you are in this truth, not then 9 times in, well, let me correct myself. If you are in this truth and you are a man, you have to be knowledgeable on the scriptures to some varying degree. Obviously, there are some people who are more knowledgeable on certain things, where like I'm more, I can't really pinpoint a certain place where I'm personally very knowledgeable. I just try to be good at everything, but at the same time, like, there are some, I'll say, like, the Old Testament is definitely my biggest weakness, I guess, or my not my strong suit. Where even though that is the case, I still know a good amount. It doesn't mean I don't know anything. All right, but yeah, that's basically the thing I just want to show and point out with how this dude is literally does not know what he's talking about. He's literally talking out of his ass, and yet he wants to be mad and, you know, complain, saying, oh, nobody was kissing my ass, nobody was coming to, you know, support me and all this stuff like that. All right, where he's literally just being childish. All right, so of course, naturally, you're gonna have some people see this and the necessary thing to do is, of course, point out his hypocrisy and point out the fact that he's wrong or that he didn't do something right. All right, he just wants everyone to just be nice to him, and he's literally just a Christian. He's not even he wasn't really a real Israelite. Okay, you can't just say you're an Israelite, but yet all you're doing is you're preaching Christian in values. All right, how are you gonna claim that? All right, so if I go and rob people and rob someone, if I go kill people, go do all these illegal stuff, and I say, oh yeah, I'm a Christian, so now does that mean that I'm a Christian? Or you're gonna say that, oh, the Christian faith says to go and do all that stuff? That'd be hypocritical and foolish to do. All right, so this person is not and clearly based off the stuff that he is saying, all right, he was never a part of the truth. He was never an Israelite to begin with. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, SHAMAIWAN, the elders, apostles, great millstone, Abba, and Shalom.